CWL Rising Week 1 is finally here. Hey guys, how is it going? Jackadunga here, back again with another video. Apologies for the epic intro, not sure what came over me there. But we will dive into these 10 wars I will recap on my channel today. Make sure you check the Cummings channel for his 10 wars in the other part of the Rising League recap. I will drop his link in the description. Make sure you check that over. But I will today be giving you a little bit of a glance of what I will be doing in my videos. Starting off with the clan spotlight. 4 clans making it into the spotlight each week. For this week, it will be Siew, Secundum, BostonTeaParty, and AwMiNo. Their stats will be covered in depth later in the video, but for now, we're going to cover the other 6 wars which did happen across the league. Starting off here with Aussie Addicts versus Bangladesh, an 85-81 victory here for Bangladesh, doing very, very nicely indeed. You can see here they dipped perfectly and got 2 10v10s to Aussie Addicts 1. 10v11 was actually good from both sides here. 3 for 9 for Bangladesh and actually a 50% hit rate for Aussie Addicts. But it was their dipping which would let them down here. Only 3 for 6, which isn't great, so Bangladesh clinching the victory there. Moving on, we do have Pinoy Violator versus LP3 Chiron. You can see quite a low scoring war this one, 82-81. The 9v9 hit rate wasn't great from both sides, both going down to the 40s here. But you can see LP3 Chiron picking 3 10v10s here, which was pretty nice from them, I have to say. And on the other side, they did get 1, but it would actually go down to the dipping. You can see LP3 Chiron actually not being able to dip as well as they 10v10'd. 2 for 6 here, but their triples from the 10s were 3 for 6, so kind of interesting there. The dips on the other side though, 4 for 6 would put them in front. Moving on, we are going to go to Black Apple versus La Grande Alianza here. Black Apple winning convincingly. 87-78. You can see their 9v9 was superb. They dipped perfectly and got 2 10v10s, so very nicely done to them. La Grande Alianza struggling a little bit this war, 9v9 only in the 30s here on the percentage, and their dips only wavering around 50%, so not great from them. Hopefully they do bounce back next week. Moving on, Reddit Templars versus the OSF here. 87-81, 11v11. You can see they're one of only 3 across the league here. So very nicely done to Templars. The 10v11 would be the struggle though on both sides, only going 2 for 8 on one side and 1 for 9 by the OSF would leave them trailing here. Their 9v9 hit rate on the Reddit Templars was far superior as well, 61% here, and actually picking up 2 10v10s as well to the OSF's 1, so very nicely done to them. And on to the final war, we have Pinus Hangover versus Divisonal, 2 foreign clans here coming up against each other, and it was a very close one, 83-83 here. You can see 9v9 stats very similar. The dips, Pinus would go 4 for 6, and actually Divisonal would go 3 for 6. 10v11 very solid from both sides, but it was that extra 10v10 from Divisonal which did tie it, but the percentage win would go to Pinus Hangover here. Very nicely done to them. Let's jump in to the 4 clan spotlight. Now we shall go on to our first spotlight clan, and as you can see here, it is going to be Siew, and Lil Farquaad is going to get the job done on this 9v9. But while this replay shows, I will go into a little bit of details about this clan. So Siew started from a merger of the USMC members and favoured the Brave War clans and joined together to be part of this clan. They do have a little bit of CWL war experience themselves. They actually teamed up with the Tactical Inc. family, who of course were in Season 2 Invite last season, to actually fight there, so that was very nice. Their founders being Steve, Mike, Amy and Maxi, and actually teaming up today to go in Rising League. Let's see how far they will go, but we are going to jump into Lil Farquaad's raid. You can see his Queen Walk has just started here. He's taking out a few defenses, and pivotally those air defenses on this right hand side. He is going to go and actually drop a Lava Hound and Loons to tank so that he can pick up that last air defense, which is in the right corner. There we go, there it goes down. And his dragons, he's already started here so that he doesn't run out of time here. That rage spell actually going to take out a Tesla, and you'll see 2 of these dragons will go into this rage spell to take them out later on in this raid. There we go, they are going slowly south. He drops that other rage spell in the north as Queen is targeting those dragons. King and Queen still at full health, but these dragons slowly making their way around these defenses here. A nice funnel actually being created into these Expo Islands, the haste being used nicely to zoom these into the Arch Towers and the Expo. Queen is actually going to switch direction here, going to go and take out a few of these trash buildings and that cannon in the right hand side, but you can see this base is almost done. Only being 1 Tesla and an Archer Tower left up to target those dragons, so this is going to be a convincing 3-star here. Nicely done to Lil Farquaad, kicking us off. Right, so we shall now jump into their second raid, and it's going to be a nice 10v10 for their number 4. We'll quickly back out of this one and jump in. Here we go, Black Tiger coming in on Dang. But before we recap this one, we're going to actually go into the stats. We're going to see here that actually Siew did fall short to JTJ this week, 85 to 86. It was a similar 9v9 hit rate, actually falling short here, Siew, only 42%, but JTJ only going just above 50% here, so a similar hit rate there. 11v10s, Siew actually falling short here, only going 5 for 6 to JTJ's perfect dips, and would only get 1 10v10 to JTJ's 2. So a little bit unfortunate, they would fall short here, but we're going to recap this nice 10v10 raid for Black Tiger, coming in with a similar Queen Walk. Going to take out a hell of a lot of defenses here. You can see all of those wizard towers and archer towers lying on this north part of the base. A nice rage spell is going to take out King. He will drop out his own king after this wizard takes a few of these trash buildings, making sure this king does path to the right to take out that army camp and the builder hut. And then he will plop all of his mass miners there. You can see he has a hell of a lot there. Going to drop a few wizards behind the king. There he goes, dropping all of them in 3 lines, going straight towards that first Inferno Tower in the middle. Going to take that out shortly. He does have 2 heals. He's going to heal that miner down. Very nicely done, going into those storages. King and Queen, you can see Queen on the right actually breaking further into the space. A nice double wall break, allowing the Queen to take even more of these defenses out. And the miners literally don't have much work to do here at all. He's got 55 seconds to clear these defenses, but you can see the Queen is still going to help out here after she retracts. He's going to take out that arch tower. Here come the miners on that right hand side. He's going to drop that heal so that Inferno does not take out all of his pack of miners collating on that clan castle, but Queen's ability being used here to take out these 2 archer towers, and with that only a bomb tower will remain. So a very, very nice here, nice hit by Black Tiger. Going to get it done with a nice 10v10 to finish off their spotlight. Nicely done to Siew, and at the end we will have a glimpse of the scoreline. It's going to be 85 to 86. Siew falling short here, but a nice 2 attacks nonetheless. Our second spotlight clan of this week will be AwMiNo here. You can see another 9v9 attempt going to come in here. A nice TDH attack coming in. We will have a look at this. But we will give a little bit of a spotlight on the AwMiNo family. They were formed by 3 people: Awesome, Minder, and Noisy, hence the name, the 2 letters of the first 3 names coming up in the clan name. They do have a very nice CWL record. You can... in their first season, they did have a record of 4 wins, 1 loss in the regular light season. Coming into Season 2, they did reach the playoffs in Crow Legion, which was their rising clan, so a very nice job to them for that. And now they will be participating, of course, in Season 3, hoping to go all the way. In their sort of family of clans, they will be teaming up to try and get as far as possible. But we will dive into the recap of this 9v9. You can see Bobby doing a really nice queen charge in, a nice double wall break, breaking through those 2 walls to take down all of those wizard towers, which of course you don't want your minions to be targeted by them, as they are quite painful. Going to take out that Expo and actually pick up the last wizard tower before he starts off his Lalo portion of the raid. An air sweeper just going down before as well. Starting off the Lalo now, he drops a lava hound in this northwestern corner of the base. A few balloons coming in here to take out that archer tower. A few air defenses lying in this left side of the base. A nice rage spell coming in here. Lava hounds being popped left, right and centre. A nice poison drop on that archer queen is going to mean that the pups are actually going to take her out. Air defenses still lie up here, but you can see copious amounts of balloons left up, and that massive pack of minions on the left hand side is clearing up all the trash buildings. Queen still at full health as well, so a very, very nice raid by Bobby here. Then number 30 starting them off here, very nicely done to him. Now we shall jump into their 10v10, which is going to be another minor hit. You can see here 4 healers, that's what they're called. 4 healers are going to start off with a sort of similar raid from this south side, but we will jump into their stats here. It would be an 80 to 78 loss here, quite a slow scoring one against Fortis LTU. Going to be struggling on those 9v9s, only 12 for 31 here, so not performing too well. Their dips were very nice though, they did go 4 for 5, but it was the 10v11 game, both clans struggling here. Fortis LTU actually only going 2 and 15, and AwMiNo going 1 and 6 meant that some 11v11 attempts had to go in, but it would be Fortis LTU with their sort of, I'd say, their dipping 5 for 7 they did go, so they did clear more of the 10s than AwMiNo did. Nice job to Fortis LTU. Hopefully AwMiNo do bounce back next week. But you can see here, this is a very well developed attack. The Queen has got a nice portion of this base down, and the miners are running rabid across this base here. Nice heal drops and rage drops, making sure that those miners don't have too much trouble here taking out these defenses. Queen is still alive with her ability in hand. She's not being targeted apart from that wizard, who is actually doing a tiny bit of damage to these healers here, but Queen is going to break through and take out these wizard towers and the bomb tower, which is going to get a nice bit of value here. You can see here the miners racing through this base, going to take out the final arch towers, and with only 1 Tesla left up, this is going to be a triple. Nicely done to AwMiNo here to pick up their only 10v10 to Fortis' 0 actually. Fortis not being able to pick up a 10v10 here. Nicely done to AwMiNo. Let's jump into the 3rd Spotlight clan. Our 3rd Spotlight clan this week will be Secundum, and they did put 2 very nice 10v10s together, so we are going to recap those now, but we are going to do their little Spotlight section now. Secundum, of course, competing in the CWL Light last season and actually getting very far. Excited to see what these guys can do. They did get to the conference finals, falling short there, but they did do have a little bit of background about them. They have been formed for about 10 months, and of course they are a Japanese clan. So one of, I believe, 2 Japanese clans in the whole of CWL. I think the other one is Gunma Samurai in the Premier. They do actually have a little bit more about them as well. They did form a Clash League actually in Japan. I believe it's called Clash Next, so definitely something to check out. And Secundum actually doing great things in Japan for the Clash community. They also do have their own YouTuber, Mr. K, who I actually do know from Grumpy Old Men. He does have an account there. Make sure you guys check that out. And I will leave his link in the description. But I'm excited to see what they can do this season. You can see a very fast Lalo raid here from Rivers. A really nice 10v10 from him to start us off. We will, after this raid finishes, go straight into the next 10v10. Which will in fact be, I believe they're number 11 here. Yes, there we go. Clan on number 11. A nice variation attack here. It's actually going to be Bowlers, Witches and Valks. We will jump into this one after I do recap the stats. It was a very nice win from Secundum. 87 to 80 here. He did manage to pick up 3 10v10s. Their 9v9s were very good, 60% from them. And their dips, 5 for 6, failing 1 dip. So it was a great performance from them. However, WHF Rising this week would not be able to get it done, only getting 1 10v10 and actually going 0 for 9 on 10v11 meant that some 11v11 attempts had to go in, so they would fall short here, the final score ending 87 to 80. But we will jump into this one. You can see here the Queen Walk has made the funnel for the bowlers to go down this core. You can see Bowlers and Witches down the left hand side doing a nice job of funneling straight to this next Inferno in the back end. A few bowlers getting stuck behind this wall, but the Queen still at full health despite losing her ability here. He's got Witches and a bowler on the left hand side, so that Inferno will fall to that Golem. The Golem is actually going to take the damage, that explosion actually seeing the end of the Inferno, and that single bowler in the core is actually going to take down that cannon here, so a very lucky bowler there. We will see that this is a triple, very nicely done to Secundum. We will back out and see the score, of course, 87 to 80. Nicely done to them this week, and we will jump in to our final spotlight clan of this week. Now, last but not least, it is going to be BostonTeaParty. Of course, they coming, the other YouTuber of the CWL Rising recaps, will be part of this clan this season. I do have a little bit of background on these guys. They were originally part of a farming / war clan, but some of their players decided to split off as they wanted to do more competitive wars. And their first taste of CWL would be in the Rising League last season. They would actually get to the second round of playoffs, putting up some very nice performances, often putting up 86 and 87 stars. So also excited to see what these guys can do this season if they can push on. But we can see here Freddy going in on Apocalypse with a very nice 10v11, starting off here with a sort of mini queen charge coming in, very patient on this queen's ability. You can see 2 Expos and an Archer Tower firing. I would have hit that ability, I know I would, but luckily he uses that rage spell and holds on to his ability. Gonna use his Golem and his bowlers actually to create this funnel for his Valks on this side of the map in the southwest. We will have a look at that now. He's going to drop his bowlers in. There we go, dropping them in a sort of pattern, so his king does get funneled into this wizard tower. You can see very nicely done indeed. We've got a rage spell coming in, dropping those all there. There we go. Queen goes down, king goes down as well, and Queen uses her ability there, dropping a few more wall breakers, actually getting a little bit of a cheeky wall break fail there, but luckily breaking open this compartment, and does have a jump and rage spell to get his Valks to that town hall. You can see a very nice jump spell there. Actually, the bomb tower goes down before those Valks take the damage, so very nicely done. Town Hall falls. That is a very nice 2-star by them, going with a 56% 2-star. Nicely done to Freddy. We will go into his next attack now. It will be on, I believe, a 10v10. Yes, Cheese Chester coming in here on number 10. I do remember Cheese Chester actually picking up a fair few 10v10s last season, but we will go into the stats of this wall. BostonTeaParty actually would come up on top here, 86 to 81. They would leave Valodohairus, I think that is Valodohairus. I need to get pronunciation lessons on that one. Hopefully next week I'll get that sorted out. but it was their dips 5 for 6 to 2 to 5 from BostonTeaParty, which would put them ahead significantly, and of course their 10v10s coming out on top 2 to Valor de Horaeus' 0, so it would be a convincing win by BostonTeaParty. We shall jump into Cheese Chester's raid though, another minor 10v10. You can see people seeming to get mostly minor 10v10s this week. Nice heal spell being dropped there to stop the damage from the bomb tower. King and Queen have done a nice job of funneling troops through the core, but it's just going to be a matter of time before he needs to drop his next heal spell. Doing it very patiently, making sure that his miners aren't wasted on that heal spell. He's going to drop it here. He's got quite a fair few around this area. A few miners are going to split now towards that air defense, but it will be the King still funneling here on that right hand side. He's been alive the whole raid, kind of ridiculous. Baby Dragon still coming along here as well, doing a nice bit of tanking. You can see he drops that wizard behind the Baby Dragon, so he takes out that archer tower, and with the final heal he is going to take out the remaining defenses. So nicely done to BostonTeaParty this week, picking up a win. Now that will end the recap for this week. I hope you guys did enjoy. Of course, if you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more similar content, and I do hope to see you guys in the next recap. Thanks for watching, guys.